Hey, good morning, guys. Well, it's kind of afternoon, but I guess it's morning somewhere, right? Okay, so I had something happen the other day. My son came to me and he brought Deadpool, now, aka we call him Red Ocean. Okay, so he's named differently. And to the makers of toys, man, make them look like men, not beasts. Men should be the heroes to their children. Okay? Not like beastly, alien, warped out looks of, if you're gonna have, let this be a suit and let there be like a mask that this man wears to where they can take it off and they can dress him up and dress him down and put cool gear on. Something that's safe, like a full body dress outfit that they can snap into place. All these weaponries, they're great, but to have a man that looks like dad, that's a hero. I mean, we kind of need that in this generation. Anyways, just saying, my opinion, mom talking, okay? So, my son brought to me his Deadpool. He's 10. And he was like, Mama, I don't even want to tell you this, but I kind of like had something happen and it just popped off his hand. And I was like, okay. He's like, can you glue it? And I was like, well, it's going to have to be a couple days because da da da, being a mom that was busy. And he was like, okay. So he went to school today, and I got up and I made him a coffee, fixed him to do some writing, and I was sitting back, and I thought, I need to get that done. So Red Ocean's hand was kind of laying to the side, right? And the whole time I'm like fixing this doll, I'm like, this is more than a doll, right? Because this is a guy. So this is like a figure. Okay. We don't do dolls when we're a guy. Okay. We are doing figures. There's a difference. All right. So I'm like, all right, Deadpool, you're going to have to lay back here. We're going to get you all healed up. And I'm putting the glue on his hand and I'm pressing it. And it reminded me, sometimes the best place of healing is when we feel broken. And, when we keep our hands up, state a posture of submission, appreciation, worship, it brings our healing more quickly. And see, this is going to help this glue set perfectly on Deadpool's arm, Red Ocean, whatever. And so I feel like this is an implication that sometimes, when we're at our most needy and we're at our most broken, it's an opportunity. And then what came to me was this. I kind of like was being goofball and talking to the doll. And I was like, all right, Deadpool, now you're going to have to go to somebody who's going to take really good care of you. And I know just the little guy that's going to be very gentle with you. And as a healer, I can understand, and as a mother, I can understand the importance of being gentle with something that you've put back together again. And then I thought, well, isn't that the way God is? He'll take someone that's been completely broken and he'll heal them, but then he'll surround them with only those that will appreciate the work that he's put together. And now this Deadpool, this Red Ocean, is going to be going into the hands of a little boy that's going to see his figure. And he's going to see him put back together again, and he's going to be thankful. And he's going to take good care of him because he's been restored. And he realizes that he was once broken, but love fixed him. And I just thought that was really cool. Like, it's a great analogy for those that are like gamers or those that really like the figures, because there's grown people that collect Barbies and collect figures. I mean, there's grown people like that do that, and that's just their hobby. They didn't get to when they were kids, and so they make up for it. They didn't take care of it when they were children, so they make up for it whenever they're older. And that's just their hobby. They get to do what they couldn't do as children, as adults, and everybody gets to stand back and go, whoa, that's super cool. So in this case, this child is going to get to hold something that was once broken. But now, even though he's secured, you have to be gentle because at one point, even though you cannot tell, you can't see it by the eye because it's all put back together again. But at one point, it wasn't even on. And he saw that. And sometimes as people, we've got to be like that for ourselves. I know what you've been through. I saw what you went through. I'm going to love you through this. It's the beginning state. Then God brings forth others that will recognize the same spirit that they personally endured. And they're like, dang, you went through the crushing, didn't you? You bled out. Yeah. I'm here. I get it. And then they love you back into that resignated person that you're meant to be, instead of in that, gotta be strong, you get to just be you. And somehow that's exactly, and if you're a masculine, then most likely, when you've been broken, it's because feminines demasculized you and they made you feel small. And so you have to have someone in your life that builds you to feel strong again, not maybe in the physical attributes of what you can lift, but in the sensual understanding, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, that your strength comes from within and what you offer is enough. So sometimes we wear these broken parts of who we are, but at the end of the day, when we're in the right hands, we're kept. We're not asked to lift something more than we should on that wrist. It's just understood we don't. You know what I'm saying? So that's how God is. He teaches us to love ourselves, because how we love ourselves is how we're expecting others to love us. Just an analogy, a word picture. I hope this will help someone, because it did me. All right. Bye, guys.